channel. I'm so excited to make this video. I still have that, you know, post vacation buzz going on, but I just came back from a Carnival vacation and I'm just here to tell you all about it. And I have some footage, you know, showing you around the ship, and then a few clips from my vacation where I decided to do some short excursions. So overall I loved Carnival. It was my first time cruising and it definitely will not be my last. What I will say though, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. I cruise on the Carnival Fascination. This is one of their older boats. So this was made in the 90s. So it's, well, in other people's words, it's dated, it's old, it's small. But one thing I would say, yes, it's slightly dated if you look at, you know, some of the furnishings and stuff like that. And when I compare to like other vlogs from, you know, the newer ships, it does kind of have a dated vibe, but it was clean, it was spotless. You always saw staff like cleaning, refurbishing, you know, you saw maintenance team like painting, varnishing. So they win all the points for that. So for a first time cruise, I don't have anything to compare to, so I really did enjoy it. However, if you are a seasoned traveler, I think the Fascination might be like a major drop, because I met some people on the boat and even people who I would have spoken to before I traveled. All of them told me, "Ugh, it's old. Oh dear, it's dated. Like, no, don't even bother with the Fascination." But I chose the Fascination because it is the only ship that sails from Barbados, so I didn't have to worry about flights or anything like that. So it leaves from Barbados, it goes to Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, and then back to Barbados. And then there's also an option leaving from Puerto Rico and then coming back to Barbados. So I'm just basically going to tell you what I loved about it, you know, what I would do differently, and then about the extras. So I'll start with the extras, because basically once you pay online or, you know, in the travel agency, whatever, everything is included. So your accommodation, the food, and your drink, and that's really just like a lemonade or water during the day, and then I think iced tea sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they had iced tea. And then for breakfast, they had apple juice. And then they had like this sort of fruit punch. And then again, water. So if you want like alcohol, if you want specialty coffee, then you would have to pay for those. Tea and coffee were included as standards, but there was like a little mini specialty coffee, like similar to like a Starbucks setup. And you can pay for that coffee if you like. If you go to the a la carte dinner, and you would have to pay for some of the cuts of steak, because they did have like some steak on the grill, but some of the cuts of steak was an additional $20 charge. And if you went to the arcade, you would have to pay for like the games or the slots, blackjack, anything like that. There were gift shops, and you would pay for internet as well. But I would warn you, the internet will be slow. I didn't pay for it, but from doing my research before I traveled, if you think about it, you're on a ship in the middle of the ocean, and then everybody is sharing the same network, and the signal basically has to go all the way up to the satellite to come back down to the ship. So it's very slow. You can't even like stream Netflix or anything like that. So to me, it wasn't worth it. The cheapest package was $56 US for the week. In terms of what I would do differently, there isn't much that I would do differently. I would probably pack a lot less, because my mother hyped me up, telling me, you know, the cruise is going to be so fancy. She was like, wear that dress that you wore to your staff party. I was like, I don't think it's going to be that fancy. You know, back in the day, cruises were like so extravagant, but people, first of all, most people were either in pajamas or in swimwear and like cover-ups. And it's only if you're going to the a la carte dinner that you would dress up. But even so, it was not so extravagant. There are elegant nights on the boat where you can go and have like photo shoots done and obviously pay for those pictures. But for a young person like myself, like just a nice little summer dress with sandals was fine to get into the restaurant. So I would pack less, because I did bring two nice dresses that were, you know, floor length. So that took up unnecessary space. I would bring a water bottle, like a portable water bottle, because, you know, if I wanted to bring back juice to the room or something like that, you know, the only option would have been to balance, you know, the little cup that they give you. Otherwise, it was okay, because I actually ended up purchasing a 12-pack of bottled water, because you can't bring water onto the boat. That was another thing. And a 12-pack was like $4 US or something like that, so it wasn't much. And then other than that, I would get an ocean view as opposed to interior, because again, I was being cheap. So you have, when you have the pricing, you have interior, ocean view, and balcony. And I was like, like, I don't need an ocean view. If I want to look at the ocean, I would just go upstairs on the deck. Wrong. Yes, you can do that, but there's something about waking up to sunshine, hashtag island life, but there's something about waking up to sunshine and like the sun slowly waking me up that kind of had my sleep patterns offset. So when I woke up in the morning, I had no idea what time it is because the room was pitch black. Like, is it 4? Is it 9? Is it 10? So I would, next time I travel, I would definitely get an ocean view so I can at least see outside, because that did something to me. Balcony, I would love to do a balcony, but honestly, the price is a little hot. The difference between, I think the difference was probably like around $500 to $600 more for a balcony. So, somebody will have to sponsor me or something for that. And one quick tip, you will need to get like a lanyard. This is one that I use for work, because they're going to give you a sail and sign card, which is basically what you use throughout the boat. If you want to buy anything, you would just swipe the sail and sign card, because it would be assigned to your credit card. So you swipe. I don't know if you can pay cash. I'm not 100% sure, but it's easier just to swipe and put everything on your card and then manage your funds that way. I bought this basic one, but the gift shop had this blinged out one. Like, hello. I could not let this pass. Yes. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you the footage and everything from my cruise. If you have any questions, comment below, and depending on how many questions I get, I might even do a separate Q&A video. But yeah, enjoy the footage. See you guys later. Bye. So this is my room. It's a king, which was basically 2 twins pushed together. So there is going to be a depression in the middle. It was me and my boyfriend, which you guys will meet eventually. On the left, you're going to have a closet, which basically has a safe, and that's about it. And then on the right, you're going to have a very neat bathroom. Make sure you flush the toilet first, just to get an idea of the suction, because you don't want to be sitting on that when it flushes. But yeah, it pretty much did what it needed to. You're going to have a TV in the room. It has a good set of channels. It has Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, CBS, HDTV. And then, as you can see, it has movie channels, which were fairly up to date. So they had like Captain America, Avengers, Wizard of Oz, Marshall. So it was movies that I actually knew, but you have to make sure you're there for the exact time, because you cannot pause and rewind. So I'm just showing you now our Fun Ashore booklet, and this basically had all of the excursions categorized by the country, of course, and it went into detail, had the pricing, everything. And that's one thing I loved about Carnival too. There were no hidden costs. Like, everything was pretty much laid out for you, similar to the itinerary. If any of the items on the itinerary had to be paid for, there was like a little $sign next to it, but it broke down everything, like in terms of entertainment, food. So there was always something to do on the boat. So for the first 3 stops, all we did was shop. But for St. Kitts and St. Lucia, we did excursions. So for St. Kitts, where the water is so crystal clear and beautiful, just like Barbados, we decided to do a catamaran. So this is just some footage underwater, and the first video was actually from above the water, and the guy on the catamaran actually was throwing food in the water for me to get this beautiful footage right here. Like, it was so beautiful, and even though I'm from an island myself, I was still blown away. So I had my fun in the water, of course. All of the snorkeling gear was included with the catamaran. This clip is from St. Lucia. Those are the 2 pitons, those 2 peaks there in St. Lucia. And this was a volcanic mud tour. I can't recall the exact name, but right now we were in the sulfur springs, which are naturally occurring sulfur springs. And back in the day, well, back in my father's day, it was literally just like a trickle of water and you would just go to see it. But they've upgraded, and there are now 3 huge pools. This is just one of them that you can see, where you would go in and basically wash off, let the sulfur wash over you. And from there you would, rub yourself down with paint. You can see from my face how hot it was, because it was like 38 degrees Celsius approximately, the water temperature, and then on top of that you're in a hot climate, so it was hot. So I'm rubbing the mud on my face, putting my scornfulness aside, and it's really good for your skin, so you can, you know, read up on that. And as many people as you see here, this is low season, so I can't imagine how out there would look when it's busy. But here's me, but I really did enjoy this trip, and I'm glad that I, you know, put my fears aside and I did it. So now we're gonna go to the ship. So this is what we first saw when we came into the ship. This is the 10th floor, also known as Lido Deck, also known as the place where you get the food. And looking down, that's the atrium. So they had those two fancy, or what we call the fancy elevators, and that basically went from the 7th to the 12th. And then there were other elevators that would take you further down, because my room was like on the 6th floor. This is the main pool area, deck area. I was surprised that pool was the only pool because it was fairly small, and you can see another clip of how busy it was. I was not getting in there, not me. This is another clip from the deck. I just really was freaking out over these animals. Like, they were so cute, and you get a new towel animal in your room every day, and sometimes you're wondering, like, what is it? Like, is it a bear? Is it a rabbit? Like, these little white ones, I don't know what those were. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. And then there were 2 water slides, a huge one, and then there were like 2 little blue ones, and I went on both of them. I kept getting stuck. I had to include this footage. I don't know why I was getting stuck, but I had the time of my life either way. And I'm gonna show you the camera that I use at a later date, because I did get an action cam that can get wet. So this is the casino, very fancy. I did not spend any time in here because I don't know how to play any of these games, and I'm also not really a gambler per se. Like, I don't even buy scratch tickets or anything. I bought 1 lotto ticket in my life. It can get addictive. Then there's the arcade, which is more like for the kids, for adults too, because we tried this one, the ones that kind of trick you and you have to grab the item. They have, like, you know, the video games, like you're shooting, driving. I did air hockey. That was a lot of fun too. So there really is something to do for every single age, because I had a lot of fun in here too. This is the palace, and this is one of 2 of the rooms that they use to put on a lot of shows and stuff. And even the layout, you can see why people would say it's quote unquote dated. Youth programs are available, so 2 to 11, 12 to 14, 15 to 17. So you can basically drop your kids off and then live your best life. The cherry drop, I think, that I just passed, that's one of the gift shops on the upper levels. There's a bar, there's a band that usually plays there every night. And on the right hand side, that were more stairs. On the left hand side, you have all this seating. Passage to India, they had karaoke there, and they also had live bands playing in there. And then this is the area with the specialty coffee. You can also check internet there, so if you just want to log on and, you know, like an internet cafe, you can use that kiosk there to check your balance. This is Diamonds Are Forever. This was the nightclub. I didn't even know it was a nightclub, but I walked past there at night and it was cranking, so I just went right in, and I went there probably 2 or 3 of the nights. This is a watch shop in Victor, and then they have more fun shops, which I'll show you later. They sold perfume downstairs as well. And then more stairs. There's another bar, the Alchemy Bar. Yet more seating. Like, there's so many places to just sit and be by yourself, read, you know, whatever. So this is another room, similar setup to the palace, but it's a lot smaller. So we had our orientation in here. There were comedy nights in here. Then there was Serenity Spa, which is at the back of that room, and this was for 21 and over, so it was quiet, it was peaceful, there were no kids, so it was a very nice area. And the hot tub, if you really want to go to the hot tubs were usually quieter out there. This is one of the restaurants. There are 2 restaurants which mirror each other, and you're assigned to one, so you can go to whichever one you like. This is the art gallery, which is on the 7th floor. So they have auctions, or you can just, go and buy any art that you desire. I didn't buy anything, but it was definitely a nice area to walk through. They had quite a wide range of styles. I really like this sparkly stuff, but they had a wide range of styles. This is the gym. I definitely try to make an effort to go to the gym because it's all you can eat for 7 days, but you also do a lot of walking and there are a lot of stairs, so you don't have to feel too guilty. But it's still worth showing. Their hours were 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you wanted to avoid peak times, you could. So yeah, I did try it out once or twice, and it was a decent sized gym. They had modern equipment, and I did not run into any busy times. And down here are the quote unquote fun shops. You have jewelry, like watches, perfume. This is more of like a souvenir shop. They had key rings, mugs, t-shirts, my lanyards I got from in there as well. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can ask me any questions you'd like and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But I definitely enjoyed this trip, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.